guys, Video Game Viewer here with a review of The Sims 3 for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 and the Wii. You've obviously played The Sims, and if you haven't, you've been living under a rock or you're 90 years old. Even my grandmother has heard of The Sims and knows what it's all about. Basically, for those of you that don't know, there really is no storyline to it. You craft your own storyline. So it's basically a people simulator. You're going to be building your own character. You know, he can be a bachelor, you can have a wife, and 2 kids. You can be a mother with a husband and kids. And you just go through life, basically, and craft your own story. Everyday mundane things that we take for granted are funny in The Sims. Going to the bathroom, watching them attempt to cook, learn to play guitar. They have aspirations. They want to learn and do things. Each Sim has his own individual personality and traits. There's different career paths you can take, including being a bum and sitting on the couch. So, really, the story of The Sims is up to you. And the game is just incredibly popular, and it came out in 2000, I believe, and ever since then it's had just what seems like an endless wave of expansions and sequels. And The Sims 3 has been out on Mac and PC for a while now, and the Xbox 360 port isn't really any different. There are a few minor things, you know, maybe some new clothes, furniture, stuff like that, but nothing really noteworthy or groundbreaking in the series. And that's what the fans really like. I wouldn't want to see The Sims take too drastic of a change. And in saying that, it really can't. Because if you change it too much, it is no longer going to be The Sims. It's going to be something different. Other Sims games for consoles have tried to add in such things as, you know, objectives in order to move on to the next level. I think The Sims 2 for the PlayStation 2 had levels that you had to advance to and you had to do certain goals. But this one is basically pretty much a straightforward port. So that means, you know, creating your character, building your home, and living your life. Graphics in the game are, you know, vastly improved from The Sims and The Sims 2, obviously, and it just looks gorgeous. It really looks nice. It's the best Sims game to date, I think, obviously, to come out for either any of the console games or the Mac or PC. And so no complaints there. The graphics look gorgeous, and the game looks almost identical to what you would see on a Mac or PC. The sound of the game, you're going to get, you know, that classic Sims gibberish that you hear that you really don't understand but you'd like to. The thought bubbles above their heads will generally point you in the right direction as to what they're talking about. Aside from that, you can listen to your Sim play crappy guitar and teach him to play super guitar. And also, you can turn on the TV. Again, they can flip through the channels, but you're just going to hear more of the Sims gibberish in funny ways on the TV shows that they're watching. And also the stereo, which comes with some just stock music. But all of it sounds really good, and the Sims game wouldn't be The Sims without those sounds. Now, background music-wise, the ambient music that's playing is charming as always. It sounds beautiful and very relaxing game to play with that ambient music. Online, they have tried to do online with The Sims before. I don't think it ever really took off, and this one is no different. It's not really going to be online. It's just a straightforward, you know, single-player game, so you're not really going to have the online interaction there, so there is no online. And the controls, The Sims have a history of always having kind of a confusing control scheme on consoles, and this one's really no exception. It's a little bit better. They improved on some things, such as different button placements for certain stuff, but it's not horrible. It's just not like having a keyboard in front of you and a mouse. So, but it's bearable, and it is definitely still fun on home consoles. I'm not knocking it anyway. It is just a little bit easier with a keyboard and mouse. But the controls that they have set up in the game are pretty good for a PC, you know, or computer port. So, with that said, I'm giving The Sims for the Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii, I'm going to give it an 8.8 out of 10. This has been the Video Game Viewer. Thanks for watching.